All right, we're back. First, we gotta check some stuff out here. What's up, Miria? Oh, I was thinking about the past. Wonder if Lucian looked up at me from here. Huh? What does that mean? This was. I've lived here with Lucian before we were married. Sure brings back memories, and it wasn't even that long ago. I don't know if it's my place to say this, but they're happy memories, aren't they? Yes, it was wonderful. Truly wonderful. So, what were you talking about with Lucian looking up at you from here? Lucy and I had a big fight once. I had to physically throw him out of our apartment. Yeesh. Yikes. I think I can imagine that. It was a serious fight, so don't make fun. I really thought it was over between us. What happened afterwards? You got married? So you must have made up. Of course we did, but it's funny. Yeez. And back then I was so embarrassed I wanted to die, but when I think about it now, it's hilarious. That day after I kicked him out, I heard a voice calling my name from outside the window. I tried to ignore it, but it just wouldn't stop. Eventually I went to see who it was. Lucian was standing down there, shouting at the top of his lungs, ignoring everyone around him. It was my fault. I'll never hurt you again. I love you. I want to be with you forever. Stuff like that. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I just wanted to run away and hide. He was standing there shouting such stupid things, not even caring what anyone else might think. But Lucian was deadly serious. I was mad and everyone else was laughing. But the people that were laughing at him, eventually they started listening to what he had to say. I started to cool myself down, and then I got warm to what he said. Before I knew it, I had run down to jump into his arms, and all the people watching us were cheering. Wow. It wasn't long after that we decided to marry. In retrospect, that may have been his proposal, though he never had a chance to keep most of the promises he made that day. Miria. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for today. Now it's your turn, boy. Huh? My turn? How do you propose to your girl, boy? I told you about my sordid past, so you'd better have something good for me. What? Propose? Don't overthink it. It's simple. Whoever's in your heart, how you're gonna communicate your feelings to her. Whoever's in my heart, huh? I guess I'll propose when the two of us are alone. I know in this game I happen to pick the right choice like almost every time, and I didn't look it up. I'm like, oh, that was the right choice. Maybe the game makes it the right choice regardless. Yeah, it's the first one for sure. She would get mad at me if I did it the second way. But Lucian screwed up somehow. Sounds like he screwed another girl. But screaming you were right? I probably hide a letter and a gift I gave her. No, I'm just a little surprised. I'd never have suspected you'd come up with something so clever. Hey, I've always been a romantic type. Great, you're giving me that face again. Now that I think about it, boy, maybe you are. Going into space is pretty romantic on its own, after all. It's kind of embarrassing having someone else tell me. You made my day, boy. I can't wait to see what you get me and what you say in your letter. God damn. Hey, wait a second. What makes you think I'm going to propose to you? Oh? I thought that was your plan, and here I was, feeling the love coming off of you in waves. Come on, Miria, don't say things you don't mean. You be sure to try that proposal technique on someone, boy, you hear? Yeah, I hope to. Now that's my boy. So, I mean, if you stop calling me boy, maybe I'd give you some schlong. I remember I was quiet during this because I was listening to this podcast. I was talking about short kings, the people who are shorter than their girlfriends. Somehow they're winning. What is it, Bacchus? You've got a fond memory look on your face. That's how I appear? Well, that's just how it seemed to me. Sorry if I was wrong. Fond remembrance. Yes, you might call it that. I have not returned to my home in a while. Your home, huh? Wait, your home? You mean this is where you lived? Precisely so. It is exactly as it is. Bacchus. Yeah, go see your wife. You should see your wife. She's still waiting for you. Bacchus. I abandoned my wife for Morpheus duty, yet calling still remains unfulfilled. How could I possibly show my face to her? She would not accept me. I am certain of it. No way. It's not that big of a deal, Bacchus. Mr. Edge, I'm grateful for your feelings. However, this is an issue between the two of us. I cannot say if the issue would present an impediment to other couples, but for us it is not negotiable. Therefore, we may not see each other yet. I see. I'm sorry I spoke out of turn. No, I'm thankful that you understand. Let's continue on. It's more complicated for Bacchus than I thought. But yeah, it was about short kings and how short kings kind of are representing lately. They're getting some credit, which is fine for me. I'm 5'8". So I guess I'm an average size, but I'm a short king, I guess now. So whatever. Fortunately, it'd be pretty hard to find a woman that's taller than me. If they want something a little bit more than that. Oh, there's a lot of people that are 5'9" that I don't see as taller. I find it very weird. Anyway, let's get to this cutscene.
Huh? What?
These are the soldiers that will participate in the operation to take Nox Obscurus. Our comrades pay tribute to you for destroying the Grigori. Allow me to offer my thanks as well. You have our gratitude for protecting our sanctuary from the Grigori.
It's nothing, really. I'd rather discuss our plans to stop the missing procedure's activity.
Ah, the operation to take Nox Obscurus. X presented us with the mission details earlier. First...
what's this Nox Obscurus?
That's what I've been wondering too. Maybe you should start by telling us what it is.
You're absolutely correct. Allow me then to explain Nox Obscurus to the best of my ability. The missing procedure fuels itself by absorbing energy from the universe's many life forms. This much you already know, correct? And, as X has explained, the Grigori secreted by the missing procedure serve to stimulate the generation of this life energy. Nox Obscurus is an object that exists between the two. It connects the Grigori and the missing procedure, an interface, if you will.
An interface, you say?
It amplifies the energy furnished by the Grigori and serves to supply that to the missing procedure. Our investigations into the energy flow led to the discovery of this black celestial body, Nox Obscurus.
I see. So that is the process.
Huh?
The missing procedure secretes Grigori. The Grigori then stimulate the production of life energy.
That energy is absorbed by Nox Obscurus, amplified, and sent back to the missing procedure.
The missing procedure then uses that energy to secrete more Grigori.
The cycle is continuous, eternal, until the universe is destroyed.
The missing procedure is indestructible. The Grigori essentially limitless, which leaves Nox Obscurus as our only target.
Nox Obscurus, basically an energy cycling system. If we can eliminate it, we suppress the missing procedure's fuel supply.
To be precise, we may be able to suppress it. There is no guarantee of success. Even so, it is the only road open to us.
So that's what it was all about.
Now I finally get it.
Could you explain that once more, maybe? Sari, you're over here.
Come on, don't get in everyone's way.
Oh dear, oh my. This is kind of sad.
Ahem. Please, continue, Giotto.
Yes. The operation itself is extremely simple. Infiltrate Nox Obscurus and terminate its operation. Everything hinges on this point. Comrades, direct your attention to the screen.
So this is Nox Obscurus.
Is something wrong?
No, it's just that I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Probably my imagination.
No trick of the imagination, Mr. Edge. We know it.
Huh?
The Cardionon mothership. The space fortress we so narrowly escaped. Its warp destination was, in fact, Nox Obscurus.
The end result of the Cardionon's accelerated evolution was extinction? And their ultimate fate to become a part of Nox Obscurus? Those people were wrong. But even so, what reason could there possibly be for that to happen to them?
So, where exactly might our charming friend be now?
This is difficult to say, but I'm afraid Nox Obscurus is currently en route to your solar system. If it continues on its course, it will eventually reach Earth.
What?
I cannot claim to know the reason, but its movement enabled us to ascertain its position.
Edge.
You don't have to tell me. We're stopping it before it reaches Earth.
Right.
Our investigations did reveal one fact. In the very center of Nox Obscurus, right here, we have detected a single life sign.
A single life sign?
Correct. There is something here. And this thing, whatever it is, supplies energy to the missing procedure. It can only be the nerve center, the heart of Nox Obscurus. Now I will discuss the operation, with regards to the points just outlined. First, we will deploy EN2 to the destination point, and use it as our external base for the assault on Nox Obscurus. We will launch an attack on the planet, penetrate its atmosphere, then make landfall at the pole. Upon infiltrating the interior, we will secure areas by force and construct a transporter for return to EN2. This will be a specially designed device, as transfer symbols will be ineffective. With transfer to and from EN2 possible, we will be able to fight with an advantage. Then, finally, we will eliminate the unknown life form at the planet's core. In doing so, we should be able to sever the energy supply to the missing procedure. Needless to say, our efforts will undoubtedly be met with fierce resistance. Some of our comrades may fall. Nonetheless, if even one of us manages to reach the core, it will mean our victory. Gathered elite of the Morphous, and those of our comrades who even now journey across the vast universe, I expect your best efforts. That is all. Please stand by in your ships. We will commence the operation as soon as preparations are complete. Your ship's armament overhaul is complete. Your firepower has been vastly increased.
Thank you, Giotto. We'll all be standing by aboard the Calnus. Let's go, people! When Crow gets here, please tell him. We went first. You snooze, you lose.
I shall. Can we win?
We will.
Man, the cutscenes on this game, I swear. Dude, that was the plot of the first Star Wars right there. They showed the Death Star. They said it's gonna destroy your planet. There's one thing in the middle. There's a core with a person in it or whatever, a life form. And they're gonna have to attack it, get through a hole. And then once they get there, they explode the life form. That's Star Wars, man. That's Luke Skywalker goes in there and shoots in the hole and gets the Death Star blown up. It's not fully operational. But I thought it was pretty lame. And they talked about it for a really long time. Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna have a really hard time doing all this stuff. I fell asleep most of the time during this game when they played a cutscene as well. You know, like I just kind of like closed my eyes because they do everything they possibly can to make it seem very boring. People don't move very much. There's no background noise. They're talking very calmly. Nobody gets excited about anything. It's really rough, so I don't know, fam. Makes it very difficult to hey, where's the elevator thingy? I must have headed in the wrong direction. Wait, what? Does the map tell us where we should go? Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, you sit there and you watch the thing the whole time, and then you see him ape Star Wars. You're like, dude, with all that waiting and bullshit, you think you could come up with a better story, you know what I mean? Alright everybody, that's all done. Headset's all charged. It's time to go back to the ship. Yeah, it was pretty lame, but I mean, none of these stories are actually very riveting. This is the part where I complain about the game. I do my rant. Yeah, the areas are way too big. There's nobody's in any of the areas. They're not very populated except for the cities. Of course, if you had to populate the areas, then they'd all have some throwaway dialogue to say, but it would look a little bit more interesting, I'd say that much. The characters' stories only seem to continue when you're in the ship, which kind of irritates me. You go, you find the characters, you get them on there, and then that's the end. They didn't have any, secret selectable characters. Everybody ended up in your party based on the story. So there doesn't seem to be a point in not not creating more of a story for all these characters. You know, they're all just trying to fuck Edge, and that's it. That's the story. You know, we save the cat girl. She's trying to fuck Edge. Limmel is not trying to fuck Edge. She's just trying to be a kid, and that's cool. But her voice is annoying. She's trying to fuck what's his name with the Link with the green hair. Who's gone. Right? So he was the only eligible bachelor in the ship other than Edge. So Edge is an eligible bachelor. The robot is not an eligible bachelor. The other guy is brooding so much that nobody wants to give him anything. So that's fair. So that only leaves Edge. Edge is the lone eligible bachelor guy in the situation. You know what I'm saying? So he's there. Where's my ship? He's there being an eligible bachelor. And everybody else is there doing their thing. The older woman is missing her husband really bad, and she apparently was loved so much that having no husband and having that situation resolved with Crow makes her horny again. So now she wants to mess with Edge, which makes sense because she was married. She could have gotten some D anytime she felt like it. They were alone on a ship. Now every time she's on a ship, she probably associates it with some D, and she doesn't get any. So she's sitting around thinking about the times that she used to do stuff with her dead husband. And I don't think she wants all those memories sitting in her head. So she's like, maybe I should give Edge some nook and then have those memories replace the husband thing. But that sucks. And then he has the girl that he grew up with who's the harborer of a symbol, which is super passive. Like, everybody else gets the symbol that probably helps them fight, but she's like, oh, well, mine is just survival because I'm a girl. So now all she does is adapt to things, and it's like, okay, would that mean that they, like, once you adapt, they can use your blood to find antidotes and save humanity? I don't know. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what the point of Edge's power is. Everybody feels warm when he uses it. What is that? What is that? Hopefully it levels up at some point, because it's pretty lame now. Is there something in here? Nope. Anyway, yeah, so basically all these stories are just you going into places and they say, oh, there's trouble. And then you go fight the thing, come back, and they say, thank you for taking care of the trouble. And then you leave. Nobody's stories are really continued. We just came from the homes of the robot guy and the elf lady, and there was the robot guy didn't go see his wife, so that was a waste. And the elf lady barely had a story going on, so that was a waste. So all we're really doing is accomplishing tasks and moving on. This game is really on it's all on a whole new level down from most RPGs. I don't know why they put in so much effort to this if they weren't planning on making you like the characters. Like, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to give you more of a feel for these characters. The plot is really standard. The writing's bad. It's really safe. No jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just by the number spaceship shit, and there's no side stories. So I'm slightly disappointed. Well, I'm actually disappointed. I can play through this game. I'll make it all the way through. Not enough to quit, but Fighting system is good, and everything else is pretty standard for Square Enix or whatever. I wish they tried harder. You know what I mean? It's waste. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. How about that? Talk to the robot. Like, it's really hard to remember everybody's names because of it. Let me see. This chick has nothing to do. She's got wings that don't ever move. They kind of flutter, but even when she got knocked out in the previous thing, her wings just stayed up there. They didn't have a secondary position, like on the ground or flight or something. She can't fly, so that's convenient. That means that they don't have to animate her wings, even though they animate her wings in the fighting sequences. I don't know what the cat chick's name is. I know Limmel. That's Reimi, because my kids talk about Reimi every now and then. That's the robot that I don't remember. That's the brooding, angry guy. That's the girl with the big boobs that keeps trying to act like she's gonna kiss me. And let's be clear here. Should Edge actively pursue a relationship with any of the women on the ship that wanted him, he would be in a lot of trouble. That would cause all sorts of turmoil in the ship. You know what I mean? It would turn this ship into some sort of Firefly shit. Reimi is the one he's supposed to be with because they were childhood friends. But she follows the trope of thinking that Edge is this disgusting pervert who takes every opportunity to try and fuck her, but he never does it. But then all these other chicks are trying to screw him, and then Raimi's upset about that shit too. So I don't know about all that. That's a little irritating. Yeah, anyhow, let's go ahead and start this up. Yeah, to be clear, they did tell us earlier in this game that he would be able to have relationships with these girls, whichever one he chooses. Which obviously the only one trying to actually actively get with him is the chick with the big tits. That's like the only thing that they're trying to push on you. The cat is just like, why would you want to mess with a cat? That's kind of feels like you're messing with a kid. It's borderline pedophile. Like if I'm like a 15-year-old, 13-year-old kid playing this game and I choose the cat, I wouldn't be mad at that kid. However, I'm a 42-year-old man, and I have students that are close to that age, and this cat lady doesn't turn me on in the slightest. Close to looking that age anyway, even though it's like a cartoony thing. So that leaves you only with two options, really. Reimi, I mean, both of them are actually a safe option. That's real. Reimi or the big tit lady would follow you to the ends of the earth. They both have the exact same, other than the big tit lady being older and Reimi being your age, there really isn't any, oh, and Reimi being the first in command of your ship after you're the captain, which can cause a lot of trouble. Really can't do much, you know. And obviously, anytime they're about to do something, somebody's gonna interrupt them. So that's fact. Or the people will interrupt themselves. Anyway, it sucks because the will they won't they scenario is the only thing that gives any credence to the story other than the universe exploding. I'm very disappointed in how much they didn't give a fuck about the characters. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this started.